Good morning, advertising class. Jeff Myers. Hope you had a good second week. Seems like the class is moving really, really fast already. Just wanted to kind of highlight what we're going to be looking at for this upcoming week. And there's two critical topics that I want you to be well aware of: the different type of media, as well as what an advertising agency is. Media is how you get the message out to your consumer, to your possible customers. And that's newspaper, magazines, TV, radio, billboards. We could go, internet advertising is the biggest. Hats, shirts, transit advertising, bus wraps, blimps, every type of sales promotion that you can give out with your company's name on the pen, on the button, on the coffee mug. It goes on and on. And so you have traditional, which again is TV, radio, newspaper, magazine, and billboard, and now internet. And everything else is called non-traditional. And so we need to look at the advantages and disadvantages of different type of medias. So I think it's a homework question. If you don't find it in the chapter, you certainly need to Google and research it. So let's take a look at television, the advantages. Advantages are two-way communication. Advantages are color. Advantages are sound and motion picture, mass audience. You can do a Super Bowl commercial to 100 million people. Entertainment. So a lot of advertising on TV has a lot of great advantages. The disadvantages are very expensive. It's about $5 million for a 30-second spot on the Super Bowl. Even regular advertising on TV can be extremely expensive. Another disadvantage is clutter. We don't know now who has clicked the remote and stopped the fast forwarded with TiVo and not watching commercials. So we really don't know for sure who has seen the advertising. And that's unlike, internet, where we see the number of clicks, we see who's used it, who's looked at it, who's responded to it. So there's advantages and disadvantages to all types of medium. Some of the older ones like television and radio compared to internet advertising are becoming a little obsolete, especially newspapers. How many newspapers do you see sold around the country today? I mean, people buy newspapers for crossword puzzles. They buy them for the classified garage sales, for comics. And so you're not seeing many newspapers around, but it's cheap to advertise if you need it. So lots of advantages, disadvantages to media. The other thing is, what is an ad agency? I was extremely fortunate to work for Leo Burnett. That's for 5 years, downtown Chicago, right out of college. And I did a bunch of odd jobs. I started as a biller, where I paid bills to all the vendors that put up the Marlboro Man ad all across the country on those billboards. So I would pay on behalf of the client the bills for the advertising. Then I moved into what's called an assistant media planner, where I would buy television commercials for Procter & Gamble on all the different local and national spot TV channels. And then I became an assistant account executive with Jenn-Air Maytag, where I would manage or co-manage a project from a concept to actually the magazine ad or the billboard or the collateral material that was used at a convention. Working for an ad agency is really rewarding, but it's very stressful. The client is never happy, and you have your own internal boss. And so you really have two bosses that you're trying to appease every day. So, I left advertising after about 5 years and went into sales, but the time I spent at Leo Burnett was really incredible. So I put a lot of videos on this lesson week. Leo Burnett, what it's like to work at Leo Burnett, Leo himself, different ads that Leo Burnett creates, some of the most recent. And I'd like you to flip through that and take a look at what I've placed on the lesson tab under videos. You got a couple discussion questions this week that you need to answer, including describe what an ad agency looks like or what's it made up of. I want you to know that because it is important. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great third week. There'll be an update on our first exam, which is coming up in a couple weeks. It will be around 50 questions, timed, true, false, maybe multiple choice, everything coming from the book. It's important that you're reading the book. It's important that you're taking notes from the book, that you're highlighting from the book, because my online exams are timed. The questions are made up every semester, so you can't find these on the internet. And so you have to know where the questions are in the book in case you don't know it, to find it in a matter of time. So just because it's online and it's open book does not mean that it's easy. So I want to make sure you are reading the chapters, that you're spending the time it takes to get something out of this course, that you know advertising by the time we're done, that you feel comfortable about it, and that takes work. Remember what Eric Thomas said. He said, if you really want to be successful, you'll be successful. You'll put the time and commitment into it. The other thing I probably going to mention a few times is this needs to be off when you're studying. This needs to be in another room. The second you look at it, if it distracts you while you're studying, psychologists say it takes 25 minutes to 30 minutes before you're re-engaged with the topic of studying. You cannot do two things at one time. Multitasking is a myth, especially when it comes to studying. So let's keep the distractions down. Let's read the chapters. Let's watch the videos. Let's spend some time on the homework questions. Let's answer those discussion board questions. And before you know it, you're going to feel good about the topic because you're going to feel that you've learned a bunch of stuff. So that's all I got. If anybody needs to talk during the week, you have my number and email. Again, a reminder, please do not text me. You can call me, leave a voicemail, or you can send an email, but I do not like text coming to my cell phone. Appreciate your time. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks.